Good afternoon, everyone. It's Friday the 6th of September, and there are no Premiership games this weekend. But unlike Predict the Prem and Fantasy Football, which takes a break for this week because there's no Premiership games, our predictions game that we play doesn't take a back seat. It just carries on, and we give out. We do the predictions to continue these going and for people to try and make up points on wherever they may be in the league. Last time I streamed was on Monday, where I did the predictions results for last week for all three competitions. But with two of the competitions, the Fantasy Premier League and Predict the Prem, you can see these yourselves because it's self-serving. So you can see yourselves where you are in the leagues, in them ones. But as a reminder to people, I will remind people where we are for the Predictions League. So the Predictions League last week, this is the bottom of the table. So these are the people at the bottom of the table. Sahil is in the chat somewhere. He's currently bottom. But Sahil only entered 2 predictions last week. He didn't stay for the whole 10 predictions. And the people in green have gone up positions. The people in blue, it was their first week. And the people in white, you scored points, but you haven't moved up the table. And then we also have the table from here. So you can see some people like Howard Owls, Bobby Kay, Tigaro, Queen Ellie, Lee Smithy Smith, and Chang. It was all their first week. People in green like Mark Hook, Side Dancer, Paul G, Johnny Bethnal Green, Quezza Lee, and Mark Cousins all went up in the league. And then we also have further up, you've got Phil Coy's. Forget the yellow. The yellow was just a mishap. I don't know why the yellow's in there, to be honest, but I think yellow means I've added the scores from the previous week. So on this, you've got Phil Coy's, Nige Pure Coy's, Carl Simpson, Drula, and Ed M, Lee Wizkid, Big John in a hype, Scott M, Rakdos Madness, David Shear, Steve D, Ronnie, Kuva, and David Clark all moved up in the league, and David Clark is now our new leader for predictions game Fridays. So well done to all those that moved up the ranks. Well done to all those that entered for the first week, and well done to all those that participate weekly anyway. So this week, what we've got is I've selected games this week for the predictions. Obviously, none of them are going to involve any Premiership sides because the Premiership are not playing. None of them will involve any Championship sides because the Championship sides are not playing either. So therefore, I had to look, and what I've done is I've selected 13 games, and the 13 that I've selected, so the number fluctuates because last year we were getting 15 in a bonus week, but there are only 13 games in League One and League Two. I could have thrown in a two national league. I could have thrown 2 national league fixtures in there, but I decided not to. I've just kept it to the 13 from League One and League Two because otherwise, it's for some people it's too much. Oh, what's this? Because some people take this seriously. Some people look at what the form's like, what it's not like, and then at the end of the day, I just think it complicates it. So the easiest way to do it was to pick the 13 games that are actually taking place this weekend in League One and League Two. And as a good person I am, I wouldn't even know who's playing this weekend because I've forgotten. I set the fixtures up and then forgotten who's playing. So I haven't even done my scores yet. But anyway, I digress. Let's go in and say hello to a few people. We've got Daniel Coy's here saying big up and then says, good to see that San Marino get their first competitive win after I say I'm supporting them instead of England. I must be good luck. Well, mate, you must be. You must be good luck because they did get the win yesterday. Adrian says, good afternoon, Jose and Colin et al. Spurs bench, also affectionately known as Johnny Bethnal Green or Johnny Bethnal Vasco, is now starting his own channel and it's called Spurs Bench. So what I will say to people is, if you want to help out a brother who is part of our community, he's starting out with small vids. Just type into YouTube Spurs Bench and you will find our very own Johnny Vasco or Johnny Bethnal Green there. So go and give him some support, please, people. Show him the love, which I know that you'll do. Scott Colliver's here saying, hello, Jose. Hello. Oh, sorry. Good evening to you, Scott. I hope you're well. Mr. Clark, our leader, says hi to everyone in the chat. Hi, David. I hope you and your family are well as well up in Leicester. Drula is here saying, hello, Jose and all. Hello, Drula. I hope you and the boys are all well as well. Sahil says, tomorrow there's no match. No, there isn't, Sahil. That's why it's called a bonus international week. And we will be doing other games. So the people that make it, and the same drill, the people here can do it on the stream. Those people that miss out can either guess or watch the stream and leave it after. And that's the only way that I will accept the scores that you put in. I've kindly put in there, hit the drills. I did this earlier. You know the drill, hit them likes on the way in, people. There's more people watching than I have likes at the moment. And it all helps, may I add. It all helps. Carl Simpson is here, says, good afternoon, Jose and Colin. And big up everyone in the chat. Colin is not here. It's all me today. Doom and gloom. Colin has got a very poorly cat and is on his way or is already at the vets with his poorly cat. So Colin will not be here. Ben Kaufman says, afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Ben. I hope you're well, sir. Ryan G says, afternoon, Jose, Colin, and the chat. And then we have Marcus. Good afternoon, Marcus says, we all love Leeds. Good afternoon, Marcus. I hope you and the Leeds family are all good. The sheriff is here saying big up Jose. Then I'm going to say big up to the sheriff. I don't say big up normally. I always say hello, but because you said big up, I'm going to have to repeat the comment. Graham is here saying afternoon, Jose. Hope all is well. Graham, I am fine. I've been fine. Work's kept me busy. I've been working some really awkward hours this week. I was up at 4 o'clock this morning to start work. This morning, I was up at 4 o'clock on Wednesday morning to start work. So I've already been awake for in excess of 12 hours. Tonight, I'm going to feel it. And I've got football tonight, and then I'll feel it. But I'm hopefully, with a bit of football, I will get knackered by the time I get home and have a nice sleep tonight, I hope. You have Peter Kagaya says, hi, all 105 in Melbourne. Peter, you're the man that I've been asking. Can you go to my channel at some stage? Doesn't have to be now, at some stage. And if you view my channel, right, it should have my email there. If you can email me at the channel and email me your phone number, I can add you to some of our groups because it's important. I'm trying to find out what your availability is, so I can do a members show for when you're around, because you're one of the sponsors of this channel, and I want to make sure that I'm able to do a show when you're around, because it would be nice to have you on. There's a lot of people saying hello to each other. A hell of a lot of people saying hello to each other, which is good to see. And then you've got Mr. Shear. Mr. Shear's here saying, "Hey up, Cobber." Hello, David. How are you? I spoke to you 8 hours ago on the phone, so it was nice to catch up with you, and I hope you are well, mate. Sahil is saying, play England match. I'm not playing an England match. I don't know what you're referring to, but anyway, we'll move on. Round Table says, morning, can participate today. Y'all can participate today. Y'all have a good one. I don't know where he means he can or can't. Custom Spoon is here. Says hi. Hi, Custom Spoons. Shem Tam. Hello, Shem Tam. It's been a while. I hope you're well, mate. You can enter today for the first time, Shem Tam. You won't be that far behind anyone. So, you know, it says, hey, Jose Bossman. Hope you're good today. I'm well, mate. I hope you're well. Ryan is saying that he couldn't find Spurs bench. Sweet Ryan, I'm shit at YouTube and I'll try and find it myself. And then you've got Ronnie saying, afternoon, Jose and all. Right. You're on. Right. Good afternoon, Ronnie. Let me see if I can find Spurs bench. Things I have to do, eh? Spurs bench. Right. Yeah, it's ain't coming up with Spurs bench, is it? Let me see. Let me see what you've put in as, because you might have saved it as something different. Because I saw you put it in one of the groups. Let me have a look if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me a second, crowd. Just trying to do something for a brother. It doesn't need Colin's help, mate. All I need to do is find where you've done your video. Because I know you did another video this morning, didn't you? I think a non-related football video. And if you have, all I've got to do is go into that, and it should tell me where you are. All right. God, when did you do it? Yesterday? I think you might have done it yesterday. Give me a second. Let me see. Right, I remember. Oh, yeah, I remember calling you Mr. Linguistic. Here we go. This is the YouTube.
Good morning, my front wheels kids. How you doing?
That's Johnny Vasco. All right, let me have a look what the channel's called. Right, it's got 14 subs now, Spurs bench. Right, so although your channel's called Spurs bench, that's not the link for it. The link for it is it's a mouthful. It's a mouthful. So it's youtube.com/@ right, let me have a look. Johnny Bethnal Green. Right, Johnny, when you tell people about your channel, right, it's there. Johnny, your channel's called Spurs Bench, but the link for it is not Spurs Bench. The link for it is Johnny Bethnal Green Kent. So that's YouTube at Johnny Bethnal Green Kent. So yeah, if you lot can hit that, help him along. He's on 14 subs at the moment, but I'm sure we can get him to at least 20 and beyond just for today. So thank you very much, people. So yeah, as I was saying, we are in the process, and we'll do it now. I'll show the league again just quickly before we start. So I want to make sure that I've got everyone. Let me see. Right. So Shentam says, do you think Jed wasn't picked because he will sell in January? If he was in the Euro squad, he would be cup tied, or do I actually have to play to be cup tied? Right. To be honest, Shentam, right, with us selling, we sold Troy Parrott, and every time we're in Europe, it seems to be a problem for Tottenham, but nobody else. But Tottenham seem to have this problem. Every time we're in Europe, we seem to have the problem with the homegrown, not with the amount of homegrown players we've got, but the ones that are academy trained. And had we kept Parrott and Skip, that would have meant that we would have had 4 academy trained players in our 8, and that means that you can have a 25-man squad to pick for Europe. But because we gave up them 2 positions and we're only left with 2 academy trained, it means we automatically lose 2 positions. And from when he's done that, he can only pick 23 players. And out of the squad that he's got at the moment, sorry, in saying that as well, Bergval and Gray do not count, because they've not been at the club for 2 years or 36 months or whatever it is that you've got to be. So they count as full squad members. They don't in the league, but they do for Europe. They count as full squad members. So Gray and Bergvall take one of them 23 spots. But in the squad for the league, they are classed as under 18s. So they go onto the B list, but they can't go on the B list for Europe. So he was forced to only pick a 23-man squad. And he's picked a squad, obviously, that he feels will get us through to whatever stage you get to, which I'm presuming now is going to be the end of the group games in January. And at that stage, I presume, and I'm presuming it because I haven't looked it up, but like previous seasons, before you go into the next phase, you can then select the 25-man squad again. So you can drop players or bring players in, so to speak. So for the time being, I think Region takes up a foreign spot anyway, but regardless of Region, I think with not wanting Region to be in the squads at all, it remains to be seen whether Region's moved on somewhere, and the only league that he can probably move on to now is the Turkish league. So if we get rid of Region to the Turkish league before the window shuts at the end of next week or whatever, then that'll be one step. Well, there'll be one player less, but Jed Spence will be in the 25 for the Premier League squads. If we bought in another player, or we utilise another player, so say someone like Alfie Devine, if they had kept Alfie Devine only for the sole purpose, which is very, very poor, but only for the sole purpose of having another academy trained player, yeah, then that meant we could have picked 24 players in the squad, right? We could have had one extra place in the squad. But then you're just adding Alfie Devine for the sake of it to bring in an extra player when Alfie Devine may not get the game time. So it made no sense at all. And Tottenham decided what's best for Alfie Devine is for him to go out on loan and get first team experience and minutes for the season. So therefore, it was a choice that Tottenham made. And in the end, they can only pick a 23-man squad. But Region is probably one that they're trying to offload to Turkey. But with Jed Spence will still be in the Premier League squad and be in and around the Premiership games. But again, as I said, when the next registration phase comes up, then Tottenham will need to make a decision then on whether they bring someone in as an English quota or whether they carry on with 23. They might rejig the 23 they've already got. Jed Spence finds a place, someone doesn't. It all depends. So yeah, it's quite an interesting one to look at. Destiny 5 is here. He says, big up Jose and the chat. Big up to you, Destiny 5. I hope you're well. Good morning, Bobby K. Right, Bobby K. Everyone send Bobby K pure love and vibes because Bobby K is under the weather. I saw him earlier. He's under the weather. He's not feeling well. Bobby, positive vibes to you all the way, my friend. There's Johnny's channel. Johnny Bethnal Green, Kent. Right, his channel's called Spurs Bench, but because someone's already got that name, you couldn't, or you haven't decided to change your email address to match your channel name, so to speak. But that's Spurs Bench. Anyway, subscribe to him. Let's see if we can get you to 20 or past 20. So that means we only need 6 subs that haven't subbed to you before, and we'll get you there, Johnny. Yeah. So please support a brother from the show. Yeah. Who else we got here? David Clark has just subscribed to you, Johnny. And I think David Shear had subscribed to you already. Mikey Romero's here. Good morning to you, Mikey Romero. I hope you're well in New York, sir. In New York, I hope you are well. Destiny saying by January we can register more players for a later stage. It always used to be the case, Destiny, that you could do it in January, but because they've added 2, but when they did it in January, you'd play your last group games at the beginning of December, and then you didn't play until February. But with the way they've done it this season, there's actually games. The last 2 games take place in January, so I'm not sure whether you have to finish your 8 group games first before you have to re-register your 25-man squad. So I'm not too sure. But anyway, it's somewhere in the new year it will be. It won't be yet. Look who you've got here. You've got Senor Smithy saying, Senor Jose, good afternoon, Senor Smithy. I hope you are well. And who we got? Anyone else in here before we can carry on? Johnny says proper depressing in Tunbridge Wells today. Hoping David sends some sun over. Well, down where I am, mate, on the coast, which you're probably about, I don't know, you're probably about 30 miles from me in Tunbridge Wells, 30, 40 miles away. Down here on the coast, it's been raining all day long till about 2 hours ago. It probably stopped at 2 o'clock this afternoon, but I'm talking it really came down. We have had big time amounts of rain. So all people are wishing Bobby K really well, which is good. I'm glad to see that. Fantastic community wishing Bobby well. Right. So again, what I will do is, as I said earlier, there is no games in the Premiership and there's no games in the Championship. So the bonus week now is only 13 games that I've picked for this weekend, and they involve League One and League Two sides. Anyone who wants to do predictions that doesn't do them live now, you can only leave your predictions after the show and leave them on the comments after the show, and I'll accept them from there. I'm not accepting them anywhere else. But just one more time before we start, the league tables look like this at the moment. You've got David Clark, who's the new leader of the pack. The people in green, so you've got Kuva, Ronnie, Steve D, David Shear, Rakdos Madness, and Scott M. In a hype, Big John Garside, Lee Wiskid, Ed M, Drula, Carl Simpson, Nige Purecoys, and Phil Coys have all moved up because they're all in green. So they've all moved up the league last week. And as I said, David Clark's the new leader. So he's the person to catch. Mark Cousins, Quez Lee, Johnny Bethnal Green, Paul G, Side Dancer, Mark Cook also moved up in the league last week. The people in blue, it was their first week doing it last week, and that's why they've already moved up. And that was Chang, Smithy, Queen Ellie, Tigaro, Bobby K, Howard Ailes have all moved up because it's their first week. And Mikey Romero and Sahil, it was their first week, and Amin Korea has moved up. So that is the league table. I am ready to start the predictions off, bearing in mind that I am on me Jack Jones today. So without further ado, the first game that we are going to be doing is I need Barnsley versus Bristol Rovers. Please, people. Barnsley versus Bristol Rovers. As you lot get them in, and I'll have a look in a second. So like all of us that are doing it, it's going to be a interesting one because we all don't know enough about, or I presume that we don't all know enough about all these teams that we are predicting. Okay, just to help people out, one team is 7th and one team is 9th. Does that help people? One team is 7th and one team is 9th in the league. You couldn't get that any harder, could you? Right? Was Carl saying definitely I work from home today, so I laughed at everyone else who had to leave the house. Right, so we start with, I'm going to start with Adrian. He's the first person to comment. Adrian, I need to find Adrian's name. Once I get the first one out of the way, then everything else becomes easier. Just got to make sure that I've got the people in the room. So Adrian has gone for a 2-1. Right, then I have Carl Simpson. I need to find Carl Simpson. And I've got Carl there. And Carl's going for 2-1 as well. And then we've got Daniel Coys. Daniel Coys. I need to find Daniel Coys. And he's gone for 2-0. Right, where are you, Daniel Coys? There we go. Found you there. And he's gone 2-0. Right, Daniel Coys is 2-0. And then I've got Lee Smithy Smith going in at 1-0. Right, where are you, Smithy? Smithy's there. All right, Smithy's gone in at 1-0. Spurs GCTV Graham has gone in at 2. Where are you, Mr.? You're up here somewhere. There we go. And you've gone in at 2-2. I've got you, Graham. And then we have Drula has gone in 2-1. So Drula's here and she's gone in 2-1. I have Drula. Spurs bench. Guys, Johnny Bethnal Green. Spurs bench. 2-1 as well, I believe. 2-0. And today I'm going to hear comments, I don't even know who these teams are. Mikey Romero says 2-0. Mikey Romero says 2-0. And after Mikey Romero, Destiny says 2-0. Destiny is a 2-0 man as well. And then we have Rob Belcher. Good afternoon, Rob, mate. I hope you are well. And Rob's going for 1-1. Have Rob at 1-1. And then we have David Shear, who moved up that table last week, Mr. Shear, didn't he? He's going for 2-0. So we have a 2-0 for Mr. Shear. And then I've got Scott Colliver coming in at 2-1. Now, where are you, Scott? Because I saw your name a second ago. Scott. Oh, here we go. Where are you, Scott? There we are. Found you. Scott's gone in at 2-1. Bobby K, 12-3. 12-3 or 2-3? 12-3. Okay, Bobby K, 12-3. Bobby K. Oh. 12-3. And then we have Ronnie. Ronnie's gone in at 2-1. Let me find Ronnie. Ronnie's gone in at 2-1. Ronnie. There we go. Got Ronnie there. And what I'm going to do, once I've got everybody in, I will condense it so I don't have to shift up and down to find people. David Clark is going in at 2-0. David Clark's gone in at 2-0. Kuva is coming in at 1-0. Good afternoon to you, Kuva. I hope you are well, sir, as well. Kuva's gone in at 1 apiece. Am I missing any more? Any more? Right, Ryan G, have you given me a prediction? And Peter K. Right, Ryan G's gone for 2-0. Peter K, Peter Kagais, are you giving me a prediction, please, mate? Seeing that you're here in the show. Anybody else I haven't got from at the moment, I will have to save. So I'm going to move people down the league. Right, let me just move Peter Kagais down. Oh, no, not Peter Kagais. I want to move him down. Do I want to move Big John down instead? Right, Pete, do you have a result for this, please, mate? Let's move these people down. Gives me a second to move these people up and around. 2-2 for Peter. Lovely. Peter is in at 2-2. And then I've got everybody that's in the show at the moment that's giving me predictions. And I'll move everyone up so we know who we've got. And then it just makes it easier for me. So there's a whole load of stack of people. Custom Spoons. I saw you earlier, but you haven't given me a score. But I did see you earlier. So next week, when people, because they haven't followed the channel and they haven't looked at it this week, or they just don't want to be here. So then what ends up happening is next week when they come to play, they'll be like, wow, got lots of making up to do. Well, yes, you missed bonus week. Custom Spoons is in now. Look at that. Custom Spoons has come in at 2-2. Right. Nearly done. I'm nearly with you for the second game, people. Just moving these people and editing them around. Smithy Smith. We have Mikey Romero. I've got Scott Colliver. Bobby K to move around as well. There we go. Not as many people as last week, which means this should be all right. That's another 2 people there. And then the last person I've got to add at the moment is Custom Spoons. And then we're there. Custom Spoons, what's the score? 2-2. Right. Custom Spoons has gone for 2-2. All right. Cut that one. Put Custom Spoons back up here. All right. Custom Spoons, highlight him, and at 2-2. Right. Right. Jose. Right. My choice. Right, my choice is I'm going to go for Barnsley 3, Bristol Rovers. Just want to make sure I'm writing what I'm saying here. Barnsley 3, yeah, Barnsley 3, Bristol Rovers 0 is what I'm going for. That's my prediction for that score. Barnsley 3, Bristol Rovers 0. Right, where's the 0? Right, so that's everybody this week so far for prediction game 1. Right, prediction game 2, people, is prediction game 2 is Charlton versus Rotherham. I've just noticed that Peter has gifted 5 channel memberships. It's only just come up on my screen. So Peter has gifted 5 channel memberships, and they've gone to Moravian, Waffle TV, Carl Simpson, Lee Wiskid, and DJ Samuel. So thank you very much. Very kind of you, Peter. Like I said, if you go into my community page, please email me because I want to know when you're around so I can get do a member show. There's a member show tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning, but I want to make sure that I can get you on, or at least in the future, do one at a time that you're going to be on, because you're one of the people that helps this channel out immensely by giving out memberships, and it's only fair that I can get you on screen and try and get you onto a show. So please just email me and let me know when you're about. Yeah, that would be great. Thank you very much, Peter, for your kindness. Right, we move on. So the first game, first selection, Adrian has come in first, and Adrian is going for 2-1. So just before people, who we got? Charlton versus Rotherham. Right, to give people some sort of an idea, Charlton are currently 6th. Rotherham are 17th. Don't know whether that helps people out or not, but that's where they are in the leagues. Adrian is gone for 2-1. Drula has gone for 2-0. Smithy's gone for 2-1. Carl Simpson 3-1. Rob Belcher 2-1. David Shear 2-1. Daniel Coys 2-1. Graham Spurs GCTV 2-1, because I know that I've got more than one Graham here. I'll just call Spurs GCTV Graham for now, because that keeps it nice and simples. Mikey Romero 3-0. Senor Romero 3-0. Scott Colliver 2-0. God, this is looking like a home banker for people the same as the first game. Ryan G 3-1. Spurs bench, El Vasco. El Vasco's going for 2-2. Charlton up the road for you, innit? From where you are. If you're in Kent, no, mind you, you're in Kent, in yeah. Well, there are some Kent supporters that support Charlton. Custom Spoos 3-1. Peter's man. Charlton Rotherham 3-0 for Ronnie. Ronnie. David Clark 3-1. It's 2-1. I didn't know it was supposed to be serious. Sorry, Jose. First game is 3-2. Thanks. Bobby K's going 2-1 in this one. And then it's 3-2 for the first game. Okay. 3-2 for the first game. Yeah, Destiny's 13 games, and they're all just across the two, Division 1 and Division 2. They're the only games that I've selected as 13 games. Right. So Destiny, I'm waiting for you. I'm out for dinner with the boss. Okay. So Destiny, I'll drop them in the comments later. What's the fixtures? Yeah, so League 1 and League 2. Unless you want to give me the Charlton Rotherham now before you go, Destiny. And then I'm missing Peter Kagaias. I need your score. And I will also predict mine for this game. And it's Charlton versus Rotherham. And then Rotherham. How many have they conceded? Not many. Right. I'm going to go for 2-0 to Charlton. So my prediction is 2-0 to Charlton. And Destiny's prediction is also 2-0 to Charlton. Right. So all I'm waiting for is Kuva and Peter. Sorry. Kuva and Peter. And then I've got you all in. Peter is going for 1-1. Right, so Cooper's got to come back on the Charlton game. The next game that we've got is Wrexham Shrewsbury. So for people that need help on this, Wrexham are currently second. Shrewsbury are 20th. Right, so Coover, I've just got messages, I haven't understood that. Right, so we start with Destiny's game for 3-0. 3-0 to Destiny. I have got Rob Belcher at 3-0. Spurs Adrian 2-0. Drula 3-0. Drula 3-0. Lee Smithy Smith 4-0. Ooh. These look like bankers. These look like people. If these teams that we all think are going to win, then we look like we're all going to get points for the home victories, aren't we? At least we're going to get a point each because we're all backing the home sides to win at the moment. David Shear is on a 4-1. God, wouldn't it be good if these results did come in, because then we'll make up. Well, I'll make up ground on people that don't play this week because I'm not as high up as the lofty people like David Clark. 4-0 for Carl Simpson, 3-0 for Johnny Bethnal Green. How many subs you got, Johnny? Tell me what number you've got to so far. We need to try and get you past that 20 mark, because I know that people in the group, in the WhatsApp group, have subbed to you. So, and some of them are already in this show as it is. Mikey Romero 3-1, Graham 3-0. And what I said to Peter, the extension goes for the rest of you guys. If the rest of you guys want to be involved, all you got to do is email me, go to the community page and email me, or go to Shitter and message me at Tel Cockerel and give me your phone numbers, and then I can remain in contact with you and discuss and do things with you guys. So you're more than welcome. I'm not hiding from nobody. You're 19 subs. Come on, one more person sub to the boy. One more person subs to him, then we get him to 20. So 5 of you have subbed on this show today, which is really, really good. But we need to get him past the 20 mark, surely. Fledgling channel, let's get him past the 20. I'm trying to. Here we go. If I star that, whilst I'm looking for Wrexham Shrewsbury, there's his channel. Someone else sub to it. Do the boy a turn. He starts his videos with "Good morning, my front wheel skids." You can't be better than that, can you? Good morning, my front wheel skids. 2-0 for Ronnie. I've got to find Ronnie. Where's Ronnie? Ronnie. All right, 2-0 for Ronnie. David Clark, 3-1 to Wrexham. David Clark, 3-1. Right, so I am missing Peter Kay, Scott Colliver, Dan Coys. They're the people I'm missing. Peter Colliver. And Scott Colliver. Dan Coys, Scott Colliver, Peter Kay, and myself are the ones that are missing so far. Daniel's got 3-1. Sorry, Daniel, I've just seen it. Daniel 3-1. Got you, Daniel. And now it's just Scott C, Peter K, and Cooper's not around. So Scott C, Peter K, and myself. Right, I'm going to go with. Right, where are we? Who is it? It's Wrexham Shrewsbury. So, fucking hell, Shrewsbury score goals. But so did Wrexham. Right, so I'm going to go for Wrexham 3. Shrewsbury 0. I'm going for the clean sheets. I'm a clean sheet man, me. So I'm going with the clean sheets. So, right, Peter K, you about? If you are, it's Wrexham Shrewsbury. Otherwise, I'll move on to the next game, mate. I am got to be fair to everyone because people have got places to go and things to do. Right. Okay. Can't wait for Pete anymore. Next game for people is David Shear saying, is Ryan Reynolds playing for Wrexham? Superb. Aye. He's probably giving CPR. Yeah, Peter's probably giving CPR to someone and can't. So if he comes back in, we might have to roll it back one because paramedics have got an important job to do. The next game is Barrow versus Swindon. Barrow versus Swindon. So to help people out, let me just have a look because I haven't got this league open. It's League 2, isn't it? All right, let's have a look. Leaf 2. Right. So who is it? It's Barrow versus Swindon. So Barrow are currently third. And Swindon are 23rd. Destiny, you're fine, mate. You've gone in at 1-2. I got you. Spurs Diehards has gone in at 1-2. So Adrian has gone in at 1-2. Rob Belcher's gone in at 3-1. Robbie B, 3-1. I've done Destiny's Bobby K, 0-1. Destiny, I've got Spurs GC Graham's gone for 3-0. 3-0 for Graham. Destiny went for 1-2, didn't he? Yeah, 1-2. Who else we got? We got Mikey Romero, 2-1 to Barrow. Barrow the home team. Yeah, Mikey Romero. What I want is people to tell me in the chat, have you ever heard of any of these teams, or some of you confused? And does it help that I'm telling you what their league positions are? I'm not sure. Ronnie is 5-1. Right, 5-1. Because I remember when we did these bonuses last week, people were like, "Who? People were like, who are they? Never heard of them. You could be making the names up, I was told last year. Ryan G is going for a 2-0 victory. Smithy, Oxford and Swindon hate each other, so Barrow 4-0. Ooh, a bit of rivalry there. 4-0. Drula is going 2-0. Right, Drula, where's Drula? Drula's here. Hello, Drula. Drula 2-0. Johnny Bethnal Green 4-1. I can see a comment that you put further down, Johnny, when I just asked that question. Ronnie's 5-1. I've got that custom spoons 2-0. I've got custom spoons. David Clark 4-0 to Barrow. I would say, people, you can't be too far away from what David's selecting because David's the one that that's leading the league. Right, at the moment, I'm waiting for David Shear to give me a score, unless I've missed it. And I'm also waiting for Dan Coys. Dan Coys and David Shear. No, David Shear's gone 3-0. So I'm just waiting for Dan Coys, unless I've missed him. And let me look up in the chat again, see just in case. No, I've got you. So Dan Coys are missing. Yeah, I've got Cobbers. I found him. Destiny says Swindon are a tidy team in the only one game a Swindon win. 9G says, know all of these teams too well. I do these leagues on my hackers every week. Spurs bench says, I'm taking advice from your league positions I'm giving out. Smithy's going to pretend he hasn't read Destinies. And I think it's Dan Coy's the only one I'm missing. Yeah, but we'll move on. Dan Coy's is missing. We'll move on. The next game I've got is Bradford v Carlisle. And in the league tables say that Bradford are 8th and Carlisle are 21st. Bradford are 8th and Carlisle are 21st. And Bobby K's gone in with a 2-2 draw. So Bobby's kicked it off with a 2-2 draw. Oh, sorry. I've got to do Barrow versus Swindon. Oh, hold on. What am I picking for Barrow versus Swindon? So Barrow have won 3-1. And Swindon have, oh shit, Swindon have drawn 2 and lost 2. And I am going for Barrow to win this game 2-0. 2-0 for Barrow. Oh, 2-9, it's 2-0. 2-0 for Barrow is what I'm going for. Sorry, my fault. So Bobby K has gone for a 2-2 draw. Adrian's gone 2-1. Dan Coys. Dan, you missed the last one, mate. I didn't get your last fixture. Unless you put it in there and I've missed it. Let me go back. Dan Coys. Right, Daniel, I'm missing from you Barrow versus Swindon, mate. Barrow v Swindon. Adrian went 2-1. Dan Coys has gone 2-1, just got in there. Adrian has gone 2-1. Right, Adrian's gone 2-1. Daniel Coys 2-1. David Shear 2-1. 2-1 seems to be a popular choice in this frame. 2-1. Spurs GCTV's gone 2-1. Graham's gone 2-1 as well. El Vasco's gone 2-0. Who else have we got? Drew Lala's gone 1-1. Drula, who has picked up, I think, 10 points each week. She's only been playing for 2 weeks, and I think she's picked up 10, or maybe 10 and 11. So she's done well. Mikey Romero's going in at 2-0. Mikey. Love it, Mikey. Mikey's gone in at 2-0. Ronnie 1-1. Ronnie at 1 apiece. Got you, Ronnie. Got you covered there. Cole is going 2-0. Mr. Simpson is gone for 2-0. We've got Mr. Simpson. We've got Rob B. He's going in at 2-0 as well. Oh. Do you know what, Ryan? It tells you something when you're doing your pools or whatever you do, mate, because by following the crowd, there's a lot of people here going for home wins. Smithy's going for his mate from the disabled team to go up with Stewie out there, and he's going for 3-0. Who else we got? That was the Barrow score. Okay, 2-1 to Barrow and 2-0 is what you're going. Okay. Got you, mate. Got you out. Got you covered. 2-1. And you're going 2-0. Right, that's it. You've got you covered, right? So, who we got? Custom Spoons is going 3-1. David Clark 2-0. David Clark 2-0. So Ryan G, have you given me a score? You have 2-1. Right. And Destiny 5. Destiny's got a blue background. So Destiny might need to catch up. So I've got to do my prediction for Bradford versus Carlisle. Bradford City versus Carlisle. Well, Carlisle don't have to travel too far. They're up north. Right. Where's Bradford City? They've played 4 games. They only scored 6 goals. That's 1.5 per game, and they've lost their last game. They lost their last game, and Carlisle have lost 2 on the spin and have conceded 9 goals. So, to me, it's got to be, I'm going to go for 3-0. All clean sheets all the way. I'm going for 3-0. Mr. M, if you're playing, mate, enter now. Bradford versus Carlisle. It's a bonus week because there's no internationals. So we're doing League 1 and League 2 games, mate, if you're interested in playing and you're interested in keeping your points up. So if you want to step in, you can start from now, mate, and then I can roll back for you afterwards. But we're currently on Bradford versus Carlisle. 2-1. I got you, mate. I got you covered. You've gone for 2-1. So Mr. M is in. Mr. M, I will come back to you. Well, no, what I'll do, let's take a quick pause for a second just for Mr. M. Right, I'm going to just pause it just for you, Mr. M, so we can play catch up. Right, first game, Mr. M. Barnsley Bristol Rovers, mate. Oh, this is just for Mr. M, these 4 games, and then we can continue. So, Barnsley Bristol, Mr. M, please. Two, 3. Right. You are the only person that's gone for an away. Chris Peters has just joined. Right. Hold on. We got some funky players coming in now. We've got Chris Peters and Mr. M both starting now. So let me just put Chris Peters up as well. Chris Peters, it's interesting because Chris Peters and Mr. M have both selected an away victory for this game. Everybody, and I mean everybody that's played before them, has gone for an away victory. Sorry, a home victory. And you two have just come in. Lee, we're on it now, mate. Barnsley Bristol Rovers is the first game, Lee. You haven't missed it. I've rolled it back for you guys. So Chris Peters and Mr. M come in and they both pick away victories, and they're the only two. So from the 21 people that predicted before them, I went for a home win, and Mr. M and Chris Peters come in hot with 2 away victories. So that's fantastic. Lee, are you in, mate? If you are, I'm on Barnsley Bristol Rovers. Anyone that's joined late, I've just gone back to the first game, and we'll just play catch up with the people that have just joined us. No, Lee, it's not. The predictions web game is Premiership only. When there isn't Premiership, Ed M's just come in. Ed M's come in with a 2-0. Lee, when there isn't any matches in the Premiership and there's an international break, we do a bonus week. So we pick games from other leagues to keep the game going. But this has got nothing to do with the Premiership online one. This is just predictions game only. So people that do them this week will score points, and if people haven't done them, they might lose points. Sorry, they may not gain as much ground, but you've got a chance of gaining ground here. So it's up to you, Lee. Barnsley Bristol Rovers, mate. Are you coming in? If you are, you need to give it to me quickly because I need to move on. Lee, just give us a prediction for Barnsley Bristol Rovers. But obviously, you want to predict correctly because you want to get points. That's the whole idea of a bonus week. So 0-2. So Lee, so 3 out of the 4 people that have just joined late have come in hot with away victories. Everybody else went for a home win. Right, let's see what these 4 gentlemen, Mr. M, Chris Peters, Lee Wiskid, Ed M, all think of this game. Charlton versus Rotherham, please, gentlemen. Yeah, I've got your message, Dan. No worries at all, mate. You know what the drill is. Right, Mr. M, Lee Wiskid, all going 2-1. Ed M, 3-1. Right, well, I'll ask you guys who've just joined now if you are aware of all these teams and the form tables and all that, or whether you're just doing it off I just fancy this score. Because unless you have played this before, not many people tend to do these kind of teams. Chris P, Charlton Rotherham, mate. Charlton versus Rotherham. Phil Coys, you're in, mate. Charlton versus Rotherham, Phil. This is not predict the Prem, it's the bonus week. So I need your score for Charlton versus Rotherham if you're in for this week, Phil. Charlton 2-1 for Chris Peters. That's another home win. Right, is Phil in or not? Anyone that's just joined, we've rolled it back just to get your predictions in for a few of you that have just come in late. 1, 2. Right, Phil, just for you then at the moment, unless someone else is joining late. The first game that you need to predict, Phil, is Barnsley versus Bristol Rovers. You give me that one, and then we're up to date with all of you. So Barnsley versus Bristol Rovers, please, for Phil Coys. And anybody else that wants to join in, that's the first game of the week. End. 3-0 to Barnsley. I will now say, right, that the people that have come in late have gone against the grain. Some people have gone for away victories. Right, game number 3 for Mr. M, Chris Peters, Lee Wiskid, Ed M, Phil Coys. The third game of the week is Wrexham versus Shrewsbury. Wrexham versus Shrewsbury. So I've got Lee. Right, I've got Mr. M coming in with 3-1. Right, so Mr. M's 3-1. We have Lee Wiskid coming in at 3-0. Lee Wiz at 3-0. Ed M's coming in with 3-2. So we are missing Chris Peters and Phil Coys. Mikey Romero's right. Make sure you hit the like button. And he's right. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get the like button up. Can't go with Shrewsbury because they are my local rivals. So 4-1 to Wrexham. Right. Well, what I'll tell you, Phil, and the rest of you that have just joined, so for the 4 or 5 of you that have gone before you, everybody has predicted a home victory. So anyone that's done any of these predictions today has predicted a home victory to Wrexham. We move on. The next game is Barrow versus Swindon. And that again is for Mr. M, Chris Peters, Lee Wiskid, Ed M, Phil Coys. We are on Barrow versus Swindon. You don't know where Phil the Magic Man Coys is from? He's from Birmingham, I believe. God, I'd be fucking shameful if I was wrong, but I think he's from Birmingham. Or he sounds like he's a Brummie anyway, when I speak with him. 1-3, 2-2 Ed M. Is that 3-2 2-2? Wizzy Wiz. No, Ed M. Wizzy Wiz has gone for 0-2. And the other two gentlemen have gone for 2 apiece. Well, he sounds Brummie every time. I'm going to get killed by Phil. Jose gets killed by Phil for saying he's a Brummie. Oh, shut up, shit. Destiny, are you playing? Because if I know Destiny, Destiny, are you right? Right, Destiny. Right, you missed this one earlier. Right, we are on Bradford versus Carlisle. That's where we were at when we stopped and halted everything for everybody to enter, the latecomers. So we are currently on Bradford versus Carlisle. That's for Destiny, Chris Peters, Lee Wiskid, Ed M, and Phil Coys, because Mr. M had already given me this result. Sorry, Phil. I'm really sorry, mate. Do you know what? I must have had my my ears frosted. Good afternoon, Lenny Mac. Lenny Mac's here. How are you, mate? I hope you're well, sir. I hope you're well, mate. He says just in, so may have missed it. My prediction is Declan Rice gets more abuse than the only Rangers fan at Celtic Park. There you go. Lenny Mac said it. Shropshire is right next to Wolverhampton. That's Brummie area. Corner. Do you know what I mean? I'm not too far off, am I? So Chris Peters is going for a 1-1 draw. Mr. M, you'd already given me 2-0 for this game. Lee Whiskid is going for a 2-2 draw. And Ed M is going for 2-1. And what's Phil gone for? Has Phil done one yet? Phil, what's your score on this one? Bradford Carlisle, mate. Lenny Max firing on all cylinders. He says Shropshire, is that where hobbits are from? He's firing big ones. Old Lenny again, isn't he? I hope you're well, Lenny. So I hope you're well. Right, for everybody, because everybody who's taking part, if anyone wants to take part, you need to let me know. And I'll just join in from whatever score we're on if you want to join in. But the next game that we've got is Cheltenham versus Harrogate. And for those that need to know, right, for those that need to know, it's Cheltenham versus Harrogate. And Cheltenham are 20th and Harrogate are 16th. 1 point separates them, but 20th is Cheltenham and 16th is Harrogate. Hope that helps you people predict your scores. But that's all the information I've got to give you. Cheltenham Town versus Harrogate. Right, who we got firing in? Ed M's coming first with a 3-1. Right, 3-1 from Ed M. Then we have Lee Smithy Smith at 0-3. That's Mikey Ramirez, not Smithy, is it? 0. Smithy's on a 0-3. Spurs, Adrian's on a 1-1. Lee's on a 1-1. Adrian's gone 1-1 as well. Adrian's 1-1. Carl Simpson 0. Carl Simpson 0-1. Rob Belcher's 1-2. Carl Simpson is 0-1. Rob Belcher is 1-2. Drula is 1-2. Chris Peters is 2-2. Chris Peters is 2-2. Custom Spoons 3-1. Custom Spoons 3-1. Phil Coy's 1-0. Got Phil Coy's. Ryan G 1-1. Talk and Ball is, I don't know whether Talk and Ball's here or whether he's still driving home from his vet with his cat, but good afternoon. Hit the lights is what Mr. Talk and Ball says. And he says, big up gang. I hope the cat is well because he was at the vets this afternoon with his cat not feeling well. Mikey Romero has come in with 1-1. Mickey Romero 1-1. Hey Mickey. Who else we got? We've got Ronnie 2-2s. Ronnie's going for a Desmond in this fixture. Right, we've got Desmond for Ronnie. I've got Spurs GCTV saying 1-0 to Harrogate. So that means it's 0-1. Right, we've got the 0-1. We have Mr. M with 0-1. Right, I've got Mr. M with 0-1. Johnny Bethnal Green with 0-3. Right, Johnny Bethnal Green. Destiny 2-1 to the home team. 2-1 to the home team. Right. And then I am missing David Clark, David Shear, Bobby Kay are the people that I'm missing. Unless I've missed their scores, I am currently missing David Shear, David Clark, Bobby Kay, and Dan Coys. But Dan Coys, I think, has left and said he's going to put them into the chat after the show finishes. So can I have scores from any of you guys? Anyone else entering wants to put a score in? David Shear, 1-1, I said. Are you shouting at me, David? David Shear shouting at me. 1-1. Bobby K is going 0-2. Good man. Bobby's going 0-2. Right, so David Clark is who I'm missing. Right, let me go back to see if I can see David Clark. 1-0, 3-1, 2-2, 1-1, 1-2, 1-0, 1-1. David Shear, my fault. I couldn't see that. My fault. Right. On behalf of David Clark, it's 0-0. He's always optimistic. That's from Lenny Mack. Lenny Mack's coming firing. I'm a wagamam with my director of company making predictions. So you're at Wagamama's. Okay, so you're at Wagamama's eating and making your predictions under the table with your company director. That's the best way to be, man. Be real. Be real. Tell them there's more important things in life than spending time at Wagamama's with your director. Right. Jose has gone for Cheltenham 2, Harrogate 1. That's the score that I've gone for. The next game that we move on to is, right, where are we with the back? It's Chesterfield versus Grimsby. Right, for people to help them out, and this is all the only help I can give you, Chesterfield are the home team, and they are currently in 12th place. 12th place, Chesterfield. And Grimsby, the away team, are 11th. So it's 12th versus 11th. So Chesterfield are 12th and Grimsby are 11th. So what are your predictions? Adrian's coming in hot. He's going 2-1 straight away. Adrian might have done his own work because he's coming in hot, Adrian, for every result. We know that Adrian is very studious. He loves to read. Has he been reading up on League One and League Two, I wonder? The Spurs bench has come in with a 1-2. So Johnny's coming with a 1-2. It's going to take me getting some used to calling you Spurs bench rather than Johnny. I've known you for Johnny all this time. 0-2. 0-2 for Smithy. 1-0 for David Shear. So we have David Shear at 1-0. Got him. And then we've got Ed M at 2-2. Ed M at 2-2. And then we have Carl Simpson 2-1. Carl Simpson at 2-1. We have Leader Whiz at 0-0. Then we have Custom Spoons at 1-1. And Rob Belcher at 2-0. Spurs GCTV, Graham's gone 1-2. Lenny Mack says, the only thing I know about Grimsby is that the movie The Brothers Grimsby, Liam Gallagher, James Bond, and funny stuff. Chris Peters, a 1-1 draw. Ronnie 2-1. Ronnie 2-1. Destiny's going for a 2 because I know that he's with the boss. So quickly get his 2-2 in there. Who else we got here? We got Ryan G. He says 3-1. Drula is going 1-2. Drula's going 1-2. David Shear is going for 2-1. Sorry, David Clark's going for 2-1. Mr. Shear I've already got. So the league standings is 12th versus 11th, Mikey. 12th versus 11th. So I'm waiting on Mikey, Bobby K, Mr. M, Phil Coys. And Smithy says, Grimsby's hometown of my favourite sovereign, aka Jesse Talks Football. Make sure you're subbing, peeps. Yes. Well, you're a mod, Smithy. You can put the channel link in there, mate. So Mikey Romero's going 2-2. Or any mod for that matter can put it in there, to be honest. Right, so I am missing from Chesterfield Grimsby. I am missing Bobby K. Phil Coys is going 2-0. So I'm not missing Phil Coys anymore. I am now missing Mr. M and Bobby K. Mr. M and Bobby K. Now, whilst I'm missing them two, I'm going to give my prediction. Who is it? It's Chesterfield versus Grimsby. And for Chesterfield versus Grimsby, they both score goals, but one concedes a lot more than the other. Right, Chesterfield versus Grimsby. Jose's prediction is a 2-1 victory for Chesterfield. I've gone 2-1 for Chesterfield. Mr. M has gone 2-1 the other way round to Grimsby. So it's Bobby K is the only one I'm waiting on. Right, Grimsby has the right name, trust me. Right, so I'm moving on, Bobby. I'm moving on with Chesterfield Grimsby. And the next game, oh, sorry, is that Bobby coming in there? No. Yes, it is. Bobby's coming with 1-2. 1-2, Bobby. Well done. I've got you in, mate. Right, so we've got Bobby K. Right, next game we're going to. Oh, it's another tough one. Right, the next game we're going to is Colchester versus Bromley. Colchester are 15th. Bromley are 10th. 2 points separates them. And bear in mind, these teams have only played 4 games. Yeah. These teams have only played 4 games in the league so far. So we're now on Colchester versus Bromley. And Bobby K. Oh no, it started off. Mr. M's coming in with the scores first. Colchester versus Bromley. Who we start with? Mr. M has got 3-0. Three 0 from Mr. M. Adrian has gone 1-0. And then we've got Carl Simpson at 2-1. And then we have Bobby K 1-3. Bobby K 1-3. And then we have Lee Smithy Smith 0-2. And then we have David Shear at 2. David Shear, where's David Shear's name coming up? There he is. 2-2 for David. And then we have Lenny Sandy's folks used to live in Bromley. Spurs bench. You're not in Kent, are you, by any chance? Because he's gone 0-6. So no one can tell that you might be somewhere near Kent as you've gone 0-6. Lee Whiskers has gone 1-2. Lee Whiskers has gone 1-2. Ed M's gone 3-3. Ooh, entertaining game for Ed M. It's Essex versus Kent. Colchester versus Bromley. 1-2 for Graham. And then we have 1-3 for Phil Coys. God, there's a big old Kent brigade. There's some Kent followers here. Is that where Brummies are from? No. Okay. Bromley's in Kent. 3-1 to Bromley for Mikey Romero. So that makes it 1-3 for you, Mikey, yeah? 1-3 for Mikey. Custom Spoons 1-2. 1-2 for Custom Spoons. 1-1 for Rob Belcher. I've got Rob Belcher at 1-1. And then we've got Drewler's going for 3-2. And then we've got 3-2. I'm confused. You're confused again? 1-0 to Ryan. Ryan's going 1-0. Uh, 2-1 to Bromley. So that's 1-2 for Chris Peters. Yeah, Peter, email me. Go to my channel and send me an email. Give me your phone number and all that, and then I can pass it on to David Shear, and then I can stay in contact with you, mate. Yeah, so do it like that. Right, 2-1. So what we got? We got some comments here coming in, and I'm going to read the comments because they've been quite funny today. But I'm waiting for David Clark. I'm waiting for Ronnie and Destiny 5. Yeah. Unless I've missed them, I'm going back to look again. I don't think I have missed them. I think I've caught everybody's. No, David Clark's gone 1-2. Okay, so I've got David Clark. Right, so I've got David Clark. Ronnie's gone 1-2 as well. My apologies. I've just seen these because they're in and amongst some chat that you're all chatting to each other, which I really love. It shows that you're a really good community, that you'll get on and you'll got things to say to each other. And Destiny 5 is the one I'm missing because he is all in black and he's not there. Right. Yeah, so all I'm missing is Destiny, but Destiny can always catch up later, can't he? Well, you got, yeah, to email me, yeah, email me. His email is on the community page here. Yeah, just look in the community page to find me. Spurs bench just hates Colchester. Lenny Mac saying, I hope it's not your credit card number. Jose's a notorious gangster. Big up Essex from Chris Peters. Destiny's going 2-0. Okay, so that means we've got everyone. Destiny's going 2-0. Right, we're nearly getting there, people. We're nearly getting there. The next game is, I'm going to look at the league tables as well so I can give you the league information. The next team is Crewe versus Morecambe. And for this, right, home team is for Crewe. And Crewe are 18th. Right? And Morecambe are 24th. So 18th plays 24th. So Crewe are 18th. Morecambe are 24th. Yeah? So that's where we are. Bobby's where's Bobby? Yeah, Bobby, I will do that, mate. But everyone, wish Bobby all the best on his road to recovery. We hope that you feel better soon, my friend. It's very it's not nice when anybody's ill, and I wish that you get over and across it as soon as possible, my friend. And I'm sure that everybody in the chat also hopes for you hopes that for you as well. All right, mate. Take care of yourself, and I will do. 1-2, right. Right, so let me tell you a bit of a story. I'm going to tell you a bit of a story so you know, right? So we're currently on Crewe versus Morecambe, right? So Morecambe have not won a league game this season. They've lost all 4 league games. Morecambe have lost every single game by 1-0. So they've scored none, conceded 4 in their 4 league games. So that means they've lost every game 1-0. Crewe are at home. Crewe have only won 1 game, and that was the last game that they've played. But they've only scored 2 goals and they've conceded 7. So make that of what you will. But yeah, Crewe versus Morecambe. So you've got a team that can't score any goals versus a team that doesn't score many anyway. Right, Spurs bench, the Bethnal Green, the Johnny Gangster, 1-3. Hello, me dice bin Ludes. Adrian, 2-1. Adrian's gone 2-1. Right, I must remember Bobby K told me to go 2-1, so I will put Bobby K in at 2-1. If Bobby K's method works, he smashes us, don't he? Right. Where are we? The next person we've got is Spurs diehards have done him 2-0 to Crew for... Oh, I didn't tell you guys. Sorry. I went for Colchester 2, Bromley 2. Forgot to tell you. 2-2 is what I've gone for. Colchester, Bromley. Graham has gone 2-0. Right, so we've got Graham in there. And then you've got Rob Belcher's going 1-0. Robbie B. 1-0. And then we have Carl Simpson 2-0 to Crew. 2-0. That's lovely. We get Carl in there with 2-0. And then we've got Custom Spoons going in at 1-0. Custom Spoons at 1-0. And then we have Lee Wiskid at 3-all. The Wiz is going for a 3-all draw. And then we get Smithy is going 0-3. Smithy's going in at 0-3. David Shear's going in at 2-1. Ed M is going in at 4 apiece. Ed, you have gone for some booming scores. 3-all, now 4-all. 2-0 for Drula. 2-0 for Drula. And then we've got 2-3 for Mr. M. 2-3 for Mr. M. We've got 2-1 for Mikey Romero. And then we've got Get Well Soon, Bobby, Full of Cracks, Fun Fat Morecambe, lost 1. Ryan G's gone 2-1. Ryan G, 2-1. Ryan G's gone for 2-1. Chris Peters is going in for 1-all. And a lot of love going out to Bobby K. Fantastic, great community. I hope that these well wishes boost him and help him positively to aid to his recovery, because no one should be ill. 1-0 to Crew from Mr. Clark. 0-0 for Ronnie. Sounds like they're both gonads, and so I'll go for 3-0. I'm putting anything, got no specs on and playing metal on the guitar. Y'all know that 13-2 Spurs Crew and train station platforms legend. It's if you go to my community section, Peter, you'll see it. Press community, or sorry, go to my channel, right? And in my channel, when you've looked at the channel name, it should have all my details there, and it will have what my email address is. I am missing Phil Coy's and Destiny 5, and then myself. So Destiny 5, Phil Coy's gone 0-1. Phil, my bad. I didn't see you, so you're there. I've got you now. So it's just Destiny, I believe I'm missing. Let me just go up and see if I can find blue, because Destiny's all in blue on this screen when it comes up. No, Destiny's not around there. Right, so I have to give my prediction for this game. Destiny will have to play catch up. Crew versus Morecambe. Right, I'm on Crew versus Morecambe. Let me see what I just said a minute ago. So they've lost every game 1-0, and Crew have just won their last game, which would have been an away game. They don't score any goals, do they? But they've got 4 more points than Morecambe. Right, Jose is going to go wild. I'm going to go for Morecambe to break their duck. There's no rhyme or reason behind this, right? But I'm going to go for Morecambe to break their duck. I'm going to go for 1-2. So I'm going to go for 1-2. Yeah. Smithy wants to get me into trouble. Jose, if we beat Shitnall next week, shall we just say F it and get absolutely smashed? Maybe a couple of bow wows. Don't worry, I won't tell the wife. Lenny Mack is saying, Spurs beat Crew 13-2 on aggregate in 1960. Spurs team departed on platform 2 and arrived on platform 13 or something. Which sounds about right because Crew hasn't got 13 platforms. But the train stations when you arrive back in London would probably have 13. And being Crew, I would have thought you'd have to come back into King's Cross because it's normally King's Cross that goes up that way towards Crew. Might do it as well. Or St Pancras, but I don't think they do. I think it's King's Cross that goes up to Crew. So could well be right, Lenny. You could have left on platform or arrived back on platform 13 in London because there's no 13 platforms at Crew. And Crew, yeah, you probably got into platform 2 at Crew. So you're probably right there, mate. Right, so that's everybody's predictions for that game. Right, we are nearly there. Next prediction we go to is Doncaster versus the Gills. Doncaster versus the Gills. Now, right, Doncaster are the home team and they are 5th. Doncaster are 5th and Gillingham are 1st. These two teams are separated by 1 point. So Doncaster and Gillingham are separated by 1 point. But one is 5th and one is 1st. That's the only information I can give you. Doncaster league goals. Right. Okay, so I know what I'm going to go for there. So let me just put my result in before I catch everybody else's. Right. So where are we? Rob Belcher's coming in with a 2-1. 2-1. Spurs bench is going 0-2. He's sticking with these Gillingham teams, isn't he? He's sticking with these Kent sides. Anyone would have thought you weren't born in Bethnal Green, son, if you keep going with all these Kent sides. Adrian's going with 2-all. Adrian 2-all. What we got here? Adrian 2-all. Carl Simpson 1-2. Carl Simpson 1-2. Drewler's 2-all for Drewler. Lee Wiz is 2-all as well. Lee Wiz is 2-all. Lenny Mack 13-2. David Shear 1-2. Chris Peters 2-1. Ed M's going for 3. Ed M's going for some fire. Fire scores today. 3-4. Custom Spoons 2-1. Chris Peters is going for a 2-1 as well. I've got Chris Peters at 2-1. Got Custom Spoons in at 2-1. Smithy's going for a 2-all. Chris Peters is going for a 2-all. Chris, you can't give me 7 results. I've got you in as 2-1. You've already given me a result, in you? Chris Peters, you've gone for 2-1 and then you've said 2-2. Which one do you want me to take, Chris? The 2-1 or... Oh, no, 2-2. Okay, I've got you. Understand you now, Chris. 2-2. Got you, Chris. Phil Coy's 3-4 to the Gills. Right. And then Mikey Romero's 2-3. Mikey, you're in New York. Do you know the names of any of these teams, or is this just all blinding you with science when we come out with these team names? Although you've got a lot of teams in America, you've got a lot of places in America that have got names like we have here in England. So Ronnie's going 2-4. Ronnie 2-4. Ronnie's going for 2-4. 2-3 for David Clark. 2-3 for David Clark. Right, who am I missing? Essex Posh, just Mockneys. Right, Mr. M, I've got Ryan G. No, I haven't got Ryan G. Ryan G's gone for 3-2 home win. Right, so I've got him. So I'm missing Destiny, Spurs GCTV. Where are you? Are you further up near the top? Yeah, 2-2 for Graham. Graham's quite nifty, swifty in getting his in straight away. And I think that's everyone. Yeah, we've got everyone. I'm going for Doncaster 1, Gillingham 2. Chris Peters is saying South Essex is the overspill from East London. The rest of Essex is Mockneys. There we go. Right, so the next game we got. No, I'm familiar. I love football, so I pay attention to the teams in the league 1 and 2 here and there. All right, okay, fair enough. It's good to know. Right, the next game we've got is Milton, the MK Dons versus Walsall. The MK Dons versus Walsall. Right, the MK Dons are currently sitting in 19th place, and Walsall are second. So MK Dons versus Walsall. So MK Dons, like I said, currently sitting 19th, and Walsall are in second. Oops, sorry, jump. So David Shear is going 0-2. All right, David Shear, you the first up. You the first up this time round. So David Shear 0-2. MK Dons 1-3. Did he say that? David Shear, Adrian is 1-2. Right, 1-3 for Ryan. 0-3 for Edem. Edem, tell you what, Edem, I don't know. You've got some goals banging in this weekend. Druller's 1-2. Druller 1-2. Smithy's going for 0-3. Go on, Smithy 0-3. Spurs GCTV's going for 0-2. Oh, Graham's going for 0-2. Right, we have Graham at 0-2. Custom Spoons is going for 1-2. Carl Simpson 3-2. Carl Simpson 3-2. Rob Belcher 1-2. Rob Belcher 1-2. 0-6 for Johnny Bethnal. I'll tell you what, Johnny. Johnny thinks there's even more goals than what Edem thinks in some of these games. Mikey Romero 1-3. He's going for Delhi's old club to get turned over. Phil Coyes is going 2-0. One Philly. Right, and then we've got Lee Wiskid saying, mad that we survived. It really. Only reason I didn't do glue at school was an older kid called Lee was a poster boy for glue kills. Oh, okay, fair enough. Here's my prediction. Lenny Mac, the predictions for next weekend's for next week, I forgot to tell people, for next week the prediction show's on Thursday because I'm not around on Friday, so I'm going to do the predictions a day early. It'll be Thursday, so take this from me, predictions for next week will be Thursday, not Friday. So as and when I do some more shows, I will be pumping that news out. So just to let you know, so Lee Whiskid's going to 2-0. So the prediction show next week will be Thursday and not Friday because I'm not around. 1-3 for David Clark. 1-3 for David Clark. 3-1 for Chris Peters. 3-1 for Chris Peters. Right, we've got Chris Peters in at 3-1. Ronnie 0-2. Ronnie 0-2. Ronnie 0-2. Boys past Hackney Marshes and it's out into the sticks. Used to take me Nan Mercy Island. Lovely memories. Mr. M 3-1. And what happened there? 3-1. Right, have I got everybody? Right, what did Ronnie go for? Because I put Ronnie's score. It's come out a bit wiki. Right, what did Ronnie tell me? All right, Ronnie. What did you tell me, Ronnie? Right, I don't think I've got a score for Ronnie, have I? Yeah, 0-2. Okay, so it's dropped out your number there. So right, so and for me, I'm gonna go for the MK Dons 2, Walsall 1. Right, the penultimate game of the weekend. Right, penultimate game of the weekend is Newport versus Port Vale. And to help people along, Newport are 4th in the league. And Port Vale are 17th. So Newport County are 4th. And Port Vale are 17th. Right, let me just get my score in before we. Oh, sorry. No, I told you. I've already told you the MK Dons scores. That's fine. I'm up to date with that. I think Whiskid. We got Newport 3s. Right, so Mr. M was the first one in with a 2-0 victory. So Mr. M 2-0. What is it there? So 2-0. And I've got Adrian 1-2. Adrian 1-2. And then we have Carl Simpson 3-1. As it reads, which is correct. So that's 3-1 for Carl. Chris Peter said his grandparents and his aunt and uncles had caravans in Cooper's Beach back in the 80s. Whiskid has gone for 4-0. Right, Whiskid's gone for 4-0. Graham's gone for 3-1. Got Graham in at 3-1. Smithy's gone 3-0. 3-0 for Smithy. David Shear's gone 2-0. Mr. Shear 2-0. Rob Belcher's gone 3-1. Drew Lart 3-2. International Newport Spurs bench gone 2-0. Oh, sensible now, yeah, with a 2-0. No. 3-2 for Drew Lart. And then Johnny's gone 2-0. Right, Johnny's gone 2-0. Ed M's gone 2-0. Ed M has gone 2-0. Right, we've got Ed M. And then we've got Chris Peters is there or thereabouts. Near him is 3-1. Chris Peters has gone 3-1. Custom Spoons has also gone 3-1. Mikey Romero has gone 3-1. Daniel Coys has come in at 2-0. Right, where's DC? Daniel Coys. I had him there. He's come in with 2-0. 2-0, yeah. Ronnie is coming with 1-0. I've sorted out Bobby K. Nothing like beaches here in Esperance, some of the best in the world. Mate, if you lot get to see pictures of David Shear where he lives and you see the beaches where he is, you'll be absolutely amazed. Absolutely fantastic. And then Spurs Bench says, can't beat Benidorm Beach back in the 70s. Made in Spain, born in Whitechapel. I am missing Ryan G and Phil Coys. I have to go back, but I'm missing Ryan G. Phil Coy says 4-0, so I've got 4-0, right? So that must mean that Ryan G is also there, but I've just missed to pick it up. And I've got it 2-0. 2-0 to Newport. So Ryan G, I've got you. Right, just for completeness, I've also gone for Newport 2, Newport County 2, Port Vale 0. The last game of the week, keep up. You cheeky git. Right, last game of the weekend that we're doing is Notts County versus Accrington Stanley. And Notts County are currently 7th in the league. And Accrington are 22nd. So 7th plays 22nd. Rob Belcher is the first one in. Rob Belcher's going 4-2. Rob Belcher has gone 4-2. Right, we've got Rob. Smithy's going in at 4-1. Who else we got? Drill's going in at 3-0. Who else we got? 3-0 for Drewler. 4-0. Sorry, 4-0 for David Shear. There's some scores here, isn't there? 4-0 for David Shear. 5-1 for the Wiz. 5-1 for the Wiz. 3-1 for Daniel. 3-1 for Daniel. 5-2 for Ed M. 5-2 for Ed M. 3-1 for Spurs GCTV Graham. 3-1 for the Spurs bench. 3-1, yeah. And then we've got 3-0 from Chris Peters. And I saw Mr. M. Did Mr. M put a score in there? Where am I? Mr. M's got 4-1, so that means I cover off Mr. M as well. Who else we got? Phil Goys is going 3-0. 3-0 for Phil Goys. Spurs diehard. So Adrian's going 3-1. Adrian is there. 3-1. Adrian's going 3-1. Carl's going 3-1. Carl's going 3-1 as well. 3-1. Mr. Kaufman has just joined at 17-5. Mikey Romero 3-0. Mikey Romero 3-0. Okay, Mikey Romero 3-0. Ronnie's 4-0. 4-0 for Ronnie. David Clark's gone 2-0. David Clark, I missed your last score, mate. I didn't get a score from you for the penultimate game, unless you've put it in there. Notts County 3, Accrington 0. So, David, I did not see a score for you for Newport versus Port. Oh, sorry, you give me that one now. So 2-0. Okay, sorry, my fault, David. Carry on as you were. I've got you in now. Notts County 3-0. So I am missing custom spoons, unless he's put one in there and I can't see it. Hold on, where's custom spoons? He's been doing it up until now, Mr. Custom Spoons. Where are you? Custom Spoons has got 2-0. Right, so Daniel, you have missed from Cheltenham versus Harrogate. You've missed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've missed 6 games from Cheltenham versus Harrogate. I need Cheltenham versus Harrogate, and your last one is the Milton King Dons versus Walsall, and then that brings you up to date. For me, I'm going to select. So it's Notts County versus Accrington. Notts County versus Accrington. I'm going to go for I'm going to go 3-0. 3-0 to Notts County. Right. Can I tell people, because some people might want to die off, I just want to tell people that tomorrow we're doing a members show at 10 o'clock in the morning, my time, so BST. I will be putting out the link prior to the show tomorrow morning for members, so members can come on. If you don't receive an email and you can't see the link, it's because you're not a member. But if you are a member, you will be able to see it. Okay, so I'm just letting you know for tomorrow. So doing a members show tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. On Sunday, Chang and Ellie are doing a show at 9 o'clock in the morning on this channel. And then on Monday, I'll do the results show at 4 o'clock. And then thereafter that, then we'll pick up speed for the lead up to the North London derby. But I've taken it nice and easy this week. I did the results show on Monday, and I've done this show today as a bonus like we do on every international week. So that's to let people know where we are. Right, so I've told you where you stopped. Most of my ancestors populated Oz and New Zealand, says Spurs bench. Lewis says, can't get into Australia with a criminal record. Used to be a requirement. Aye. Lee Mack says, Derby, the Rams, Accrington, some advert for milk in the 80s. That's all I got on the teams. People talking to each other. Is this the last one? Yeah, it was. But can I say to people as well, for next week, the predictions show to predict the premierships next week and the FPL and everything like that. The show will be next Thursday because I'm not around on Friday. So the show will be next Thursday at 4 o'clock. So it's going to be a day early for predictions next week because I'm not around on Friday. People talking to each other. Ben says, everybody else is boring with their vanilla scores. We need more spicy. Goals. Some people have gone for a lot of goals here. A lot of goals. No worries at all, Chris. I wish you a fantastic weekend and what you usually do, because you're normally sat what you do at the weekends. I hope you enjoy tomorrow afternoon, because Saturday afternoon you do quite some things on the Saturday afternoon. So well done, you. Chang's the most polite person on the planet, and he knows ball, says Lenny Mack. You're doing a show tomorrow. Yeah, the show tomorrow is a member show. It's on at 10 o'clock in the morning. So if you're a member, you will be able to see the link. So anyone that's got the little round thing, Like there, you got Spurs GCTV. He's got a little round thing next to his name. Anybody with a little round thing next to their name is a member and can then come on the show, right? So anyone who's got one of these will receive the link, and we'll be able to come on the show tomorrow. And I think I've titled the thumbnail something along the lines of have your say and whatever you want to say, because it's not guided by me. I don't guide you on what you should or shouldn't say. You just come on, tell us what you think, and then you go from there. So yeah, so tomorrow is the show. And Lee Whisker is saying that we're all dead nice people. He's glad he's met us all. Thank you very much, Lee. And you're a part of the community now, sir. So thank you very much for being here. So yeah, so tomorrow's show, as I said, tomorrow's show, let me have a look what I've titled it, because I can't remember what I titled it. View my channels. So tomorrow's show is called, it's called What's on Your Mind. So it's for you guys to, come in and whatever you want to talk about. It's your show. At the end of the day, you're the members. Some of you are the ones that sponsor the channel. It's your turn to come on and talk whatever you want. Talk whatever you want. So that's tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'd love to see some of you tomorrow. I don't think there's much going on tomorrow, so hopefully we'll get a nice jam-packed show. And if we get a few people with the memberships that come on and have a chat with us all, then all well and good. So yeah, fantastic. So I look forward to seeing a lot of you tomorrow. You're all having a good old chat amongst yourselves. Yeah, the other thing is that's important is, like anything, and it sounds like we're scrounging, but for anything, I will say it's good to hit the like button if you've enjoyed the company of others, if you've enjoyed what I've said, if you've enjoyed the company of other people, if you enjoy the content. At the end of the day, whatever it may be, it's good to like the stream, because it helps out. It helps out immensely. I'm just looking now, and there's 34 likes at the moment, but we've had more than 34 people in here. So if you haven't hit it already, then please consider hitting it, because it helps out. It helps out brilliantly. Look who we got. This is the channel would get shut down if I told you what was on my mind, Senor Jose. Bloody hell. David and Rob Belcher is saying, thanks again, Jose. I always look forward to predictions and the community. Yeah, the community is what makes it, Rob. We've said it all along. Got to be real to what you say. And the numbers are not, well, the numbers on my channel is not as great as other channels out there. But the one thing that I do, I'm happy with, is that we harvest a good community here. And everyone seems to know each other. Everyone seems to get on and have a chat between each other. People disagree, agree, but it's all done respectively. So yeah, it's fantastic. Phil Coy says smash the like and subscribe. Yeah, do what Phil says. What Phil Coy says goes. From our Shropshire Phil. So from now on, he's Shropshire Phil. He's no longer what I said earlier, because I'm not going to repeat that again, because I've been told he's from Shropshire. Mikey Romero says, cheers, Jose. I'll be there tomorrow morning. That'd be great. Thank you very much, Mikey. If you can join, it'd be fantastic. Then you've got Phil, Lenny Mac coming in with Phil the Hobbit. Go on, Lenny. Lenny's been on fire this afternoon. Fantastic. Daniel Coy says, yeah, big up, Lee, mate. Same to you. Got a lot of Liverpool mates, and even more recently, people like Jess and you. And David Shear says, I argue with myself, Jose, all the time. The self normally wins. Is Phil saved in your phone as Brummy Film, though, Jose? No, he's not. He's not. He's not. He's not. Phil is here as Phil Coys, but Phil has a real name, in the sense that he has a real first name and a real surname. But yeah, Phil's a good lad. He's one of the good ones in the community. I enjoy his takes as well when he goes on shows. I enjoy what he has to say. Yeah, and yeah, I enjoy Phil's company as well. Phil's a really good lad. So if you haven't seen Phil before on other channels, yeah, you level-headed chap, level-headed chap. So yeah, he's a good man. He's a good man, I feel. Lenny Mac is saying, yeah, his name's Phil Baggins. God, we've got it all going on this afternoon. Um, Lee Wiz says Philbo. We have got people that have come in today on absolute fire, and all the Mickey taking and everything, and all the fun and laughter is all um, in the chat, which is brilliant. See, it's what you want. It's what you want. Is you want a cheerful community that get on with each other. You know, football wise, look, we may not all agree. We've all got different opinions because we all see matches through our own eyes. But the one common thing that brings us together is that we do like to have a laugh as well. There is time for that as well in life. You've got to be positive about things. If you're not positive about your football club, that's one thing. But be positive within yourselves and in life. Do you know what I mean? And I hope that everyone stays healthy as well because that's important. I keep repeating on shows and I keep repeating everywhere that I go that I don't wish illnesses on anybody at all. And illnesses are not good for any person. And illnesses bring you down and then it affects you not physically, but then starts affecting you mentally. So I just wish everyone to be happy and healthy, you know, as best as you can be. Surround yourself with positivity and with fun people, and then you're going to have fun and be positive as well. And, you know, at the end of the day, we've all got to live in this land and we've all got to live together. So, yeah, well, that's my sermon. That's my sermon for everybody. Um, You're still going at each other here. Look at that. Phil McCracken, David Shear. David Shear's even gone in on the act as well. Um, Phil saying I'm getting some. uh, yeah. So Dan, for next week, I'll be doing more football orientated shows in the sense of more Tottenham content next week because you know at the end of the day, and I'll be brutally honest, I haven't done any shows just for the sake of it. There's nothing to talk about in my eyes, so therefore there's no point doing the shows for the sake of it. Like I said, I was on last Monday to give the results of last week's predictions, and I'm on today to do this week's predictions. But I haven't felt the need to come on during the week just to do a show for the sake of it. But next week, as the international break uh, finishes, then it starts ramping up. So I may possibly I will do Monday, the prediction show. On Wednesday, I may do a show where I round up everything that's happened um, in the internationals and that. And Thursday, it will be a prediction show coupled with probably talking about if there's any Tottenham content from when they've come back to training and stuff like that, because I'm not around on Friday. So it'll be predictions, maybe some North London derby stuff that we talk about on the Thursday. And then Friday, I'm not around. So, you know, um, Smithy says, Lee, I've got an ear infection again, Jose, but it's nothing a Bow Wow couldn't sort out in her nurse's outfit. Know what I mean? You got right. Says sure. Don't be taking it off these Southerners. Oh yeah. Hear that? Lee's going with fuck Gollum. He's got more teeth than me. Spurs bench is on 22 subs. Johnny's on 22 subs. For those that haven't, right? For those that haven't, you have, and I put the link somewhere, didn't I? Save the link. Right. What I'm asking is Johnny Bethnal Green, who's in our chat, is in our community. He started a channel, and there is his link. It's at Johnny Bethnal Green Kent, but it's called Spurs Bench. So I'm asking if people can go and sub to him. He's just starting out. And as I said, he's part of our community. I know some people have in the WhatsApp groups have done it. I think Johnny, you tell me if I'm wrong, but I think you was on 14 when we started the show. I think you was on 14. And I was saying let's try and get you to get you part two and past 20. And I think we've done that, haven't we? I think we've gone and got you past 20. So yeah, people, there's his link, and you know, at the end of the day, if you can't get it from there, it's Johnny Bethnal Green Kent is the way to get it. It's there. It's in the chat now. I've got. Oh, do you want me to do it in the chat again? I'll get it in the chat again. Hold on. I've got to try and find it. Right, I can't find it from there. Right, let me have a look. I'll post it again, but let's see if we can get Johnny the Bethnal Green up. www.youtube.com/@ spelled Johnny correctly here. Right, is that the one? I think so, yeah. Right, it's back in the chat again. I've put it in there so people can subscribe to you, Johnny Bethnal Green, and see if we can get you past and some, you know, a bit more than the 22 that you've got at the moment. You had 22. Hopefully, you get a few more people subbed, and you might end up on a bit more than 22. Look who we got. We've got Mark Cook. Mark Cook's. I'm sure I saw Mark Cook's popped in. Marky, I hope you're well, sir. Are you popped in? I'm sure I saw your name somewhere. Let me have a look because I'm a bit. Right, I've put the link in the chat again. Yeah, so it's there. It's in the chat again. So it's in the chat. I'm sure I saw Mark Cook pop in here. Yeah, it was Mr. Cook. Good afternoon, Mark, sir. I hope you're well. I'm not sure whether you're interested or not, Mark, because I don't know. But if you want to do the predictions, Mark, if you leave them at the end of this show, right? This week's predictions are bonus predictions to get people some points because it's got nothing to do with the Premiership this week. But if you want to do the predictions, then leave them on the comments after the show finishes. It's League One and League Two that we've done this week. So it's 13 games. There's 3 in League One and there's 10 games in League Two. So they're the only games that have been played and are being played in England in the football league in the top 4. Right, Mark. Also, as well, we've got Mark Cook as well. Mark, do you want to, because you're a mod, do you want to put your channel in now into the comment section, and then you can promote your channel as well, please, mate. And then we'll try and get you a few subs as well, because Mark's on 19 at the moment, and Mark wants to grow as well. So, Mark, if you've got time and you know your link to your channel, put it in, and we'll try and get people to sub across to you, sir, which would be good. And what's Shentam saying? 3B bonus. Right, Shemtam, he says, Shemtam, why have you not entered the predictions, mate? You were entered last season. You coming into the predictions, mate, as well. At the end of the stream, leave your predictions, Shemtam, enter, because it'd be good for you to enter again. You know, well, I enjoyed you in it last year. We're only doing the 13 games from League One and League Two, so put them in the comments after the show finishes, and I'll accept yours. During a boring international break, watching footy documentaries, watched Sven, which was sad but brilliant. Then All or Nothing Man City, which was eye-opening, and the Pep one, which was brilliant as well. Now killing myself watching All or Nothing Spurs again, says Shemtan. Shemtan, I don't know. Have you seen? I don't know if you have Sky. I think it might have been on Sky, but they got the Greasy one. I don't know if you've seen the Greasy one. It's called Greasy. That's it, one word, Greasy, and that was quite an interesting watch. If you go, some of the ones that you're referring to are on Prime, and if you go on Prime, they have got quite a few on Prime. They've got a lot of all or nothings, but they've got other stuff on there as well, and it's quite interesting because if you can get hold of Sky Documentary, no, Discovery Plus. If you can get hold of Discovery Plus, everything that channels do seem to go now on Discovery Plus, so you can find a load of stuff. But then you've got a couple of comments here. You've got Lee Whiskey saying internationals are like exploding windmills on the crazy golf course of proper football. Lenny Max says the House Marseille's robbed a Champions League on YouTube, or the Damned United is good stuff. Yeah, the Damned United was the Brian Clough stuff, which was quite good. And there we got Mark Cook. I don't know what the name of your channel is, Mark. I know I'm subbed to it, but I can't remember the name of your channel. Mark? Tell me what the name of your channel is. Is it Mark Cook? Let me have a look. Mark Cook. What's the name of your the link? Right, Mark Cook. Let me see if I can find you on the Mark Cook. Because your channel link. Well, it's working, Mark, because whatever you've put in there, Lenny Mack and Lee Whiskey were able to sub to you. So people sub over to Mark Cook. So you've got Mark Cook and you've got Spurs Bench, or Johnny Vasco as we call him, both members of the community, both starting their channels out, both fledglings. And at the end of the day, we're not a big conglomerate here where we like hide from people. We, at the end of the day, promote everybody. Every person that ends up doing a channel, they're doing it for a reason. And at the end of the day, a lot of men do it for one reason, or the main reason nowadays seems to be mental health. So at the end of the day, people got to give up their time to do these things. You give up your time to do preparation. You got to give up your time to, and you give a lot of hours to doing this. You start off small, but then you start giving more and more of yourself, and you've got a life of your own and stuff like that. So it's a long road. It's a hard road. But I wish Mark and Johnny nothing but the best out there, mate. I hope it all goes really well, and I hope that you get loads of people subbing over to you. And yeah, as I said, you've got a few, and as your mods, if you're mods, then you can just plug your channels at any time you want as being mods. I'm not going to stop you from doing that. So yeah, like I said to people, right, because I've been going on, please, yeah, hit the like button to the stream for this stream, please. Anyone that's missed the show, watching it on playback and that, please put your predictions in the comment section at the end of this stream. It is League One and League Two, so there are 13 fixtures to do. And if you do them there and you get them all in before kickoff time, then I will ensure that they are in. But like with everything, guys, I'm going to go and play football tonight. I get picked up in an hour and a half, but I'm going to enjoy a nice cup of coffee at the moment and see what's happening in life. And I hope to see the majority of you, if not all of you, tomorrow in the members show at 10 o'clock in the morning. So, people, thank you for being here. And thank you to Peter Kagaias, who gifted out 5 memberships today and sponsored this show. Thank you very much, Peter. That was very, very kind of you. And to all you guys, listen, if I don't get to see you, have yourselves a bloody fantastic weekend. Enjoy it, laugh, live, love, all that stuff. Just be happy. Surround yourselves with people that make you positive and make you happy as well, and not drag you down and that. Yeah. And if you're on your own, give someone a call, have a chat, give someone a call. At the end of the day, we all deserve company in one shape, form, or another. So, yeah, have a really good weekend, people, and thank you for watching. And as per always, for me, it's come on, you mighty Spurs, and in the big Ange, I trust. Later, people.